Hello everyone and welcome to another game of Squirrels Baseball. I am Aaron and it's a bench guide today, so let's get them into the game. Alright, I think that's everybody. Let's switch around the lineup just a tad. Alright, so here we are. This is game 3 out of 4 with the Brewers. One more here tomorrow, then we're off to Pittsburgh for 2 more before the playoffs start. I gotta admit to you, I'm not really feeling the greatest. Felt fine earlier in the day, but it has been going downhill about all evening. I've been putting off recording because I just haven't felt great. It's currently 8:27 as I look at my clock right now, and it's not gotten any better, I can tell you that. So we are going to struggle through this and pump this out because the schedule says we play today. I was tempted to turn on the in-game announcer and just let it take care of it today, but we'll do this. Mosquera on the mound. We have seen him well, the last time we saw the Brewers anyway, which has been a while. So that doesn't really qualify as recently, but recently in our history against the Brewers. Maybe that's a better way to put it. Excuse me. Phil starts off the game with a little bloop hop to first. Nitro picked it up and stepped on first. Miyake at the plate then. He'll start things off with a fastball for strike one. That slider is down and away. Another slider in there for strike two. Line drive, that will go into the seats over towards left field. That pitch out of the zone, it's a 2-2 count. I do believe that was the knuckleball the pitch before. That was a fastball, makes it a full count. Up the middle, that'll be a base hit. One on with one out, and here is Quinton to bat left-handed. And he is playing right today. Swings and misses at the first pitch. That's going to be a base hit up the middle. 2 on with only 1 out, and here is Terry. And that forkball bounces in. Up the middle, the Squirrels should start the scoring early. And there it is, Miyake in there for the 1-0 lead over the Brewers to start off the game. So Frank then takes ball 1. That slider too low. Does he get all of this one? No, that's going to be just short of the warning track. It's a long hop to the wall. Another run scores, makes it 2-0 Squirrels. And 2 runners in scoring position on an RBI double. Here's Sweeney, a chance to pile on even more. That slider too far inside. And that slider's called a strike. This knuckle too high. It is, I guess, technically a knuckle curve like what Paulie throws. 2-2 count after that fastball. Swing and a miss for strike 3. 2 down. Here's Martinez. Still 2 runners in scoring position, so there's still a chance to add more. And Martinez promptly does just that. A 2 RBI single makes it 4-0 Squirrels. And I'll remind you that the Brewers have not had an at-bat as of yet. That pitch up and out to Joey. I wonder if it's going to be a bit of an intentional walk. Got a 2-0 count. 3-0. Mosquera doesn't seem real interested in pitching to Joey. Although Joey's going to come with it. Oh, it's just foul. I thought it was going to be a base hit. It was not foul by much. Does come up with the base hit here. Runners on first and second. They should have just walked him. And here's Graves at the plate. There are 2 outs. So the Brewers with a chance of getting out of this inning without any more runs, though, you know, it is already a 4-0 game. Little pop-up. Van Hecken is going to get there, and that will finally end the inning, rather. Squirrels send all 9 batters to the plate, score 4 runs in the process. You see the defensive lineup that we came up with. Again, Graves on the mound. I didn't actually look, but I'm assuming Tony Gwynn Jr. is leading off, and there he is. First pitch from Graves is called a strike. And then he gets a swing and a miss on the curveball. Fouled off his foot. Still 0-2. Changeup gets a foul pop-up. Martinez going back, and it hits the screen. Just ran out of room. Slider, though, gets a swing and a miss, and there is your first out. Here is Ronnie Cedeno. First pitch in there for a strike on the outer half. That's going to be a base hit into left field. 1 on with 1 out, and here is Ryan Braun. He is a threat to cut this lead in half. Looks at strike 1. Gets it to the outfield, but not in a particularly dangerous spot. Miyake makes the catch and gets it back in. 2 away. Here is Bill Hall. Had a good day yesterday. Went, I think, 3 for 4, something like that, but none of the balls were particularly hard hit. Just very well placed. He takes strike 1 to open this at-bat. And swings and misses to make it 0-2. Oh, and they're going to get a pickoff. There it is officially, and that will bring Bill Hall back to the plate next inning with a fresh count. So 4-0 Squirrels as we go into the second inning, and they will already be starting back up at the top. Although, you know, Phil already had an entire season to show he's not a leadoff hitter, as he promptly gets a hit into center field. All I ever have to do is complain. Here's Miyake. He got a base hit and came around to score the first run of the game. Looks at strike 1. Up the middle, that'll be down for a base hit. Phil will stop at second. So runners on first and second for Quinton. Nobody out yet in this inning. I gotta imagine the Brewers gotta be thinking about a pitching change already. Maybe they don't care at this point in the season. They've got nothing much going on. Quinton has an 0-2 count. And there's a weak ground ball to first. Excuse me, I was trying to fight off a burp at the same time. The only out the Brewers got was at second, so that will leave runners on the corners for Terry, and he just rocketed out his 16th home run of the year. Top deck shot. I guess that is a third deck out there. 3-run homer. Like I said, his 16th of the year, 442 feet. It is now 7-0 Squirrels. No doubt about that one. Mosquera is still out there. Here's Frank. He hit a fairly deep one to left, though it's only a double as it one-hopped the wall. And he's going to get a base hit up the middle, and I mean, I don't even know if Mosquera is throwing batting practice up there. Here's Sweeney. He actually struck out, and he's the only strikeout so far today for Mosquera. He starts off with a 1-1 count. Slider didn't really do much, stayed high. That's going to be a base hit into left. So runners on first and second. And that will finally get Mosquera out of the game. Here's Manny Parra to take over. Sure, somebody to try to give them some length here. I do believe that Graves is now the only player in the lineup without a hit. Martinez with the 2 RBI single in his first at-bat. As he watches that fastball go high. And then down in the dirt. Swing and a miss will make it 2-1 rather. Ground ball that Bullard will throw to second, and they won't get the out. Sweeney beat it there, so that will load the bases for Joey with only 1 away. The first 2 hypothetical runs, if Joey comes up with a hit, will be charged to Mosquera. Of course, he actually has to get the hit first. He's got a 1-2 count. He will swing and miss for strike 3. Graves, it said the only player without a hit in the lineup, looks at strike 1. And looks at a ball. There's a curveball for strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Well, the Squirrels leave the bases loaded, but they did score 3 runs off of a homer. 7-0 Squirrels as we go to the bottom of the second, where Bill Hall will come back to the plate with a fresh count. You might possibly remember that the Squirrels picked Cedeno off of first to end last inning. So the Brewers with a hit and a base runner. I probably should have said that the other way around, but still went down in order to open the game. Hall strikes out. Here's Nitro. He swings and misses at a changeup. Popped foul. That'll make the screen and make it an 0-2 count. Fouls this one off his foot. Seems like he's okay, although he might want to come out of the game the way this is going. Fouls it off his foot again. Ground foul, so he's battling up there. 0-2 count though. Finally looks at a ball. Gets a pop-up right where the umpire would typically stand, and Martinez makes the grab. 2 down, here's Mercado. Looks at strike 1. This pitch is too low. Down and in, makes it 2-1. Little liner to short. Joey makes a catch, and that will end the second inning. 7-0 Squirrels, and they again will start off at the top of the lineup. They, in both of the first 2 innings, have sent all 9 batters to the plate. You would assume Manny Parra, being an experienced pitcher, is not going to let that happen for a 3rd time in a row. Phil 1 for 2, and that will, just land foul. So he's actually, I ragged on him earlier, but he's actually done much better the last few games. He's almost got that average back up to 200. Has an 0-2 count in this at bat, and he will hit a ground ball to short. Hall to first, 1 away. Here is Miyake. He's 2 for 2. Looks at strike 1. This pitch is just outside. Sleep well. Miyake grounds out to second. Oh, feed fish. Quinton is going to flip around and bat right-handed. Sorry, my older daughter was coming in to say goodnight. Quinton with the base hit down the left field line, and he will be in there with a double. Good effort from Ryan Braun to make that close at second, or somewhat close. Here's Terry, just hit home run number 16, also got his RBIs up over 100 with that homer. 2 outs and an 0-2 count. Runner on second. Swing and a miss, and the Squirrels fail to score a run for the first time in an inning. We go to the bottom of the third. It's 7-0 Squirrels. Game getting lopsided real quick. Bullard's going to lead things off for Milwaukee. Graves starts him off with a changeup that bounces in. Here's a strike. This will be a line drive to short. Joey makes a pretty decent catch out there. 1 away. Here's Van Hecken to the plate. First pitch is called a strike. And that changeup is inside. 1-1. Swing and a miss makes it 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Well, they're actually going to pinch hit for Manny Parra. I thought they might keep him in there to eat up some innings in a lopsided game, but instead here comes Ricky Weeks to pinch hit. A little surprised he's still here in Milwaukee since he's not been a starter for a while now. Has a 1-1 count. Here's a called strike, 1-2. Swings at a curveball in the dirt for this. Yeah, actually, that ends the inning. I outside the second out. No, that is out number 3. Still 7-0 Squirrels as we go to the fourth, where Frank will lead things off.
Your attention, please. Now coming up to pitch for the Brewers, number 54, David Risky.
So I thought David Risky's going to come onto the mound now. He's going to start off with Frank, who is 2 for 2, double and a single so far. That splitter's too low. There's a strike on a splitter. I think both pitches have been splitters, actually. And that fastball pretty high. Oh, right down the middle, and Frank let it go. 2-2. Hits this one, and that'll be a base hit into left center. Not the triple or homer he would need for a cycle, but we'll take a 3 for 3 day. Sweeney is struck out and singled so far today. Looks at a strike. Swing and a miss, makes it 0-2. Line drive, good play by Bill Hall. They try to double up Frank, but he does get back in time. All right, here's Martinez. He's got a base hit and then reached on a fielder's choice that actually resulted in no out. Sweeney takes off. We got a bit of a hit and run. Only play is to first. The runner in scoring position. Here's Joey, but there are 2 outs. It's that first pitch sails high. Up the middle, and it will get through for a hit. And here comes Frank to score the 8th run of the game, all for the Squirrels. Graves still looking for a hit, the only hitless player in the Squirrels lineup. Ground to first, and that will end the inning. Squirrels add another. It's 8-0. Tony Gwynn Jr. coming back to the plate for Milwaukee. Four strikeouts for Graves, the first time through the Brewers order, and Tony Gwynn Jr. was one of those as he comes up with the second hit of the day for the Brewers. Ronnie Cedeno actually had the first hit of the game, and he was subsequently picked off. Looks at strike 1. Oh, this one gets away. That's going to move a runner to second. First time the Brewers have had a runner in scoring position today. With nobody out, I think you might even qualify as a threat to score. 2-2 count on Cedeno. He grounds to third, just foul. Slider gets a line drive to third. Sweeney tries second, but not in time. One away. Here's Ryan Braun. Runner still on second. That pitch up and in. Changeup in there for a strike. Slider, backdoor slider in there for strike 2. Popped this one up. Quinton coming in, but he's not going to get there, and the Brewers are going to get something on the board. Take the positives where you can get them. Bill Hall struck out in his first at-bat. Runner still on first with an out. That curveball out of the zone. As is that curveball, 2-0. Gray switches to a changeup, and he gets that one called for a strike. Throws it again, gets a swing and a miss. It's a 2-2 count. Why not throw it again? This looks like a double play ball. Phil on to first. In time, 6-4-3 double play to end the inning. Brewers do strike back. It's now 8-1 as we go to the 5th, where yet again Phil is going to lead off the inning. I want to say he has led off every inning but one. As he looks at strike 1. This pitch down by his feet. Ground ball, a high hop. Risky fields it, gets it to first in plenty of time. Here is Miyake, ground out in his last at-bat. 2 for 3 on the day. This one up the middle, but Hall will grab this one. 2 down. And here is Quinton, back to going left-handed. He is 2 for 3 with a single and a double, and he will look at strike 1. Up the middle, that'll be a base hit. One on, 2 outs. Terry is 2 for 3. He got the 3-run homer in his second at-bat. Flies this one, but it's going to be foul over the dugout. 1-1. Called strike 2. Hits this one right to Cedeno. He'll go to first with it, and that will end the top of the inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Squirrels still ahead 8-1, and the Brewers will start off with Nitro at the plate. Nitro fouled out in his first at-bat. Looks at a ball. Hits this one foul down the first base line. 1-1. Called strike up in the zone. Into right field. So that'll be a base hit. Leadoff single. Here is Mercado to the plate, lined out in his first at-bat. First pitch, called a strike. That fastball too far inside. Swing and a miss, makes it 1-2. Popped up right in front of the plate. Martinez makes the grab. 1 down, runner still on first for Bullard, who also has a line out in the game. Looks at strike 1. That one a little high. Towards the middle of the field, Joey will make the grab. 2 down, here is Van Hecken, who struck out in his first at-bat. Looks at strike 1 here. Ground ball to Phil, who goes to first, and that will end the inning. We go to the 6th. It's still an 8-1 game. Frank is going to lead it off for the Squirrels.
Number 6, Frank.
First pitch, called a strike. Ground ball to third, Bullard on to first, 1 down. Here is Sweeney. He is 1 for 3 today. Swings and misses at a splitter. There's a called strike to make it 0-2. Called strike 3. 2 down, here's Martinez. He is 1 for 3. Couple RBI, grounds this one back to Risky, and that will end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Risky's due to lead off, so we might see a pinch hitter here. Still an 8-1 Squirrels lead. Brewers rather will pinch hit, and they will find Muto, who had been starting at third for most of the year. First pitch, a slider for strike one. Swings and misses at a changeup. Swings and misses at another changeup for strike three. One down. Here is Tony Gwynn Jr. He is 1 for 2. Got a base hit in his last at bat. First pitch is a fastball for strike one. Another called strike makes it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. Two down. Here's Ronnie Cedeno. He is 1 for 2. Looks at strike one. Swing and a miss makes it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. And that ends the 6th inning. We move on to the 7th. Squirrels leading 8-1. Good part of the order this time of game, so we can have Jones throw a couple innings here. Muto's going to stay in and play short. Bill Hall moves over to third, so Bullard will come out of the game. Kyle Snyder taking over on the mound. Have a feeling this means the Brewers probably did some illegal things with their lineup, but we'll see as the game goes on. Joey 2 for 3 takes strike one. He gets a base hit into, well, okay, no, it does get down. It was looking a little dicey there for a second. Might stay up. So Graves will go out of the game 0 for 3. Bring Swan in to hit. Give him a chance.
Number 32, Swan.
First pitch is called a strike. Second pitch is called a strike. Swing and a miss, strike three. One on, one out. Here is Phil. He is 1 for 4 so far. Looks at a curveball for a strike. Swings and misses for strike two. Swing and a miss, strike three. Two down. Here's Miyake. He is 2 for 4. So he watches that curveball down by his feet. Hits this one that Snyder actually fields and goes to first with, and that will end the inning. We are to the 7th inning stretch. It's 8-1 Squirrels. Ryan Braun will lead off after the break. Go get Jones, and given the score, I expect him to throw 2 innings.
Your attention, please. Now on to pitch for Indianapolis. Number 55, Jones.
All right, Ryan Braun is 1 for 2 today. That fastball too low. This fastball too high, maybe a bit inside as well. Gets a pop-up. Martinez standing right on the plate. And actually Jones ends up catching it, coming to cover home. One down. Here is Bill Hall. Don't remember if he has got a hit today or not. I missed his little flag down there. Ground ball to Joey. He'll throw to first. 2 away. Here's Nitro. He is 1 for 2. Foul out and a single. There's a strike on the outer half. Swing and a miss on a strike on the outer half. This one too far outside. 1-2. Comes back inside and it's fouled straight back. Still 1-2. Another fastball, another swing and a miss, and that'll end the 7th inning. 8-1 Squirrels as we move into the 8th. Here is Quinton at the plate. Or, well, will be soon anyway. He will bat left-handed. He's 3 for 4. Couple singles and a double, I do believe. Might have been a couple doubles and a single. Now I can't remember. That's what I get for relying on my own memory instead of reading stuff. Or, well, keeping score is a little difficult live. This moves a little too quickly. Quentin strikes out looking. 1 down. Here's Terry. He is 2 for 4, but a very effective 2 for 4, I might add. Happens when you hit a 3-run homer. Makes everything look pretty effective. He's got a 1-1 count in this at-bat. This one up and in. Hits another one pretty hard. Did he get all of it? Not only did he not go out, but Ryan Braun actually made the play. So that'll bring Frank to the plate. He's 3 for 4. Maybe Ryan Braun playing with some wounded pride out there. You might remember in the early years of these games, the Brewers were our main competition. They were a real thorn in our side. But it has been a rough couple of years, and Frank just made it a little rougher. His 8th home run of the season, a 396-foot shot right off the face of that second deck. And it is now 9-1 Squirrels late in the ball game. An opposite field shot, but also not a lot of doubt on that one either. Here's Sweeney. He's 1 for 4. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Looks at strike 2. And he will hit this one to Cedeno to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Mercado's going to lead things off for the Brewers. It's a 9-1 ball game. Mercado 0 for 2 today. Jones starts him off with a breaking ball that's ground foul down the first base line. Throws another one. This one goes into left field for a base hit. Leadoff single brings a pitcher's spot up, and the Brewers will instead put in Scott, who has had some decent numbers in the past, but not looking great this year, though he promptly gets a base hit into center field. I imagine it's probably just a matter of opportunities this year for him. Here's Van Hecken, 2 on, nobody out. Jones is going to have to get serious about getting some outs here. That one's in there for a strike. Too high, it's 2-1. There's a ground ball back to Jones. He goes to third with it. They go to first, not in time. So runner's still on first and second. Muto actually did stay in the 9-hole like he was supposed to. Fouls the first pitch back. Broke his bat in the process, I do believe. That pitch hits the dirt on a breaking ball. Line drive into left. That's going to score a run. Frank gets it in to keep runners at first and second. 9-2. And here's Tony Gwynn Jr. to the plate. Still just the 1 out. We don't need a huge meltdown here. Infield fly right in front of the plate. Runners still on first and second. Here's Ronnie Cedeno, but now with 2 outs. And he's going to foul this one away down the right field line. Ground ball fouled by the third base coach. It's an 0-2 count. There's the breaking ball. That wasn't even close, but Cedeno too jacked up, I think. He swung at it anyway, and that will end the inning. We go to the 9th. It's now a 9-2 ball game. Martinez is going to lead it off for the Squirrels.
Your attention, please.
Octavio Dotel is going to come in to pitch. Ronnie Cedeno moves to short, and Cordido, I'm not sure how they pronounce it, is going to come in and play second. So Muto and Scott will exit the game. So Martinez will start off here with a 1-1 count. Oh, little fly into center field, and that will drop in for a leadoff single. And here is Joey with the runner on with nobody out, and he will go into center field, but Cedeno makes the catch, goes back to first. Boy, that was close. Martinez almost doubled off. Oh, let's let... Bo Knight's really been struggling. Let's see if he can sneak in a hit here. Little check over on first. Bo Knight looks at strike one. Fouls that pitch away to make it 0-2. Ground ball, this could be a double play. Cordito doesn't even make a throw. 2 down, here's Phil. He does have a hit today. Has a 2-0 count to start this at bat. I'm getting alerts about a food order I picked up yesterday, so they're really on top of it there. Phil with a 3-1 count. And he gets a line drive through the left side. That'll be his second hit of the day. Miyake coming to the plate with 2 on and 2 outs. He does have a few hits today already. Looks at strike one. This one gets away. That's going to move both runners into scoring position. So a chance to really drive the point home. Oh, Jotel almost hits Miyake. Maybe sending a message himself. Base hit into right. 1 run already in. Second run is in. It's 11-2. Runner on first for Quinton, who is 3 for 5, and he will bat left-handed. Looks at strike one. Grounds to first. It is a fair ball, and that will end the top of the 9th. A lot of digging for the Brewers to make up here. Ryan Braun's going to lead things off. The Brewers down by 9 runs. They're being out-hit 20-7, I think. We're going to put in Zapp. Not seen him in a while. Ryan Braun, 1 for 3. The fastball's too high. Swing and a miss will make it 1-1. Swings at a high fastball to make it 1-2. Braun into center field, and that will get down for a base hit. Leadoff single brings Bill Hall to the plate. He is 0 for 3. That breaking ball didn't do a whole lot. Gets a swing and a miss on the fastball to make it 1-1. That fastball well outside. Oh, we get a bunt out of Hall. Zapp fields it, gets it to first, but it is a successful sacrifice. Not sure the Brewers really need to worry about playing for 1 in this situation, but here's Nitro, who did get a base hit in his last at-bat. He looks at strike 1. Swings and misses for strike 2. And misses that breaking ball. Or Zapp does, I should say. Throws another one, gets a ground ball to short. Joey will go to first with it. 2 away, runner on third. And here is Mercado. He is the Brewers' final hope at the moment. So he looks at ball 1. Change up inside. It's 2-0. Fastball misses as well. 3-0. And that one's in there for a strike. Swing and a miss. We got a full count. 2 outs. Runner on third. And a base hit up the middle. Brewers score another run, 11-3. And here is the pitcher's spot. It keeps creeping up in the order. Here's Tankersley, a draft pick catcher we have not seen yet, I don't believe. He will look at strike one. Into center field. This one should be caught right to Miyake, and that will thankfully end this game. This one was out of hand from the start. Indianapolis Squirrels 11, Milwaukee Brewers 3. Sure, we'll have some lengthy highlights to look at here. All right, Terry's going to be your player of the game. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you'd like to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, feel very free. Otherwise, we have our last game this year with the Brewers tomorrow. We will see you then.